Have you ever wondered what it takes to be in the military? What hard tasks you need to do before you join, before you wear the uniform? Hello, I'm Patrick Molyneaux, and that's what I'm going to discuss. Three key aspects of prior to joining the military that you must achieve, you must pass before you wear the uniform. Let me get started. First thing, that to me it was one of the toughest decisions in my life. Which branch am I going to join? You got five different choices. You got the Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard. Like I said, it's a tough decision. Each one has its pros and cons. But I went through going online, talking to each and all the recruiters, finding out their perspective and what would suit me. And so ultimately I went with the Air Force. Better living standards, to my belief, just better suited for me. Second, the recruiter had me take a ASVAB test. It's a placement test where after you score, the recruiter finds out what you scored and they have a placement listing. You did better in mechanical than general, better in electronic than general. So the recruiter finds out where you placed and they find out specific career fields that you can be placed in. It could be working on the flat line, could be fixing cars, working at finance, making sure our pay is right. Any number of things, depending on what you scored on the ASVAB. There are books out there so you can study for it prior to taking the test to help you out in whatever career field you want. The sky's the limit with that one. And third and final is a physical exam. Some recruiters will drive you up to the MEP station and others won't. They'll put you on a train and send you off on your way. Mine was in New York, and I had to take a train up to Albany with a bunch of other people, applicants, and we got on the train and headed up to Albany for our physicals. You go from blood work, full body exam, and it's kind of weird because for the Air Force you had to lift weights. I believe it was 35 pounds on a bench. And if you couldn't do that, I think you ended up failing the test. So they just want to ensure that you're physically fit, no health problems, because they don't want you injuring yourself worse or wasting money halfway through boot camp. You physically cannot do it or health wise. So it's a good way the military weaves out the sick. So let me reiterate what we just talked about. We talked about the five different branches, and each one has different qualities. Uh, it's all up to what you want. Second is the ASVAB test, which is very key. You're you're your own maker on that one. The more you study, the better jobs you'll be out there for, and depending on what you want. Third and final is the physical. You don't want to put yourself in harm's way with just running a mile and a half and collapsing. There have been several deaths because people are physically unfit and or medical conditions. You don't want to be that person. Thank you for your time. I hope you've learned quite a bit from this speech, and have a good day.